Everybody, McBillyBoy back for another video on the Diablo 2 playthrough with my good friend Chris here. He comes from the channel Air Delaire. The His channel will be below in the details, so you guys can go take a look at his stuff that he produces. Why don't you say hi, Chris?
Hi everyone, I'm Chris. I run the channel Air to Lair. I actually have a couple, but this one is more focused on gaming. So what I do is I do a lot of video game playthroughs as well. I started about the same time as Aaron as far as uploading, and I recently went through Two Point Campus and Final Fantasy VII from 1997 with the new threat mods. So those are uploading every day in the morning, and I'm going to be starting my Ori and the Blind Forest playthrough as well, but here we are working on a game together, Diablo II Resurrected. So that's what I'm working on, and back to you.
All right, let's give the people what they want to see. Let's trade our gear and just let's see the progress we've made since the last act. So just put all your items up and then we can get a good overview of everything. We're going to be doing this every time we complete an act or every so often after like we beat normal mode and you know, so we can show off exactly what we're rocking here. So we'll go over his gear first. So you got the
Okay.
Soul Star Morning Star there. Pretty decent. Yeah, you got that gemmed armor I gave
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yep.
All magic find. This is a magic
Yep.
finding man. That's a really nice shield. Where'd you get that?
That I got just from Duriel, I believe, in the last act. So
Oh
it was a
wow.
big upgrade from
Wow.
the just regular shield that I had before. Well, actually, I had a
Yeah.
another yellow shield as well, but it was from Act 1. So it's a nice little upgrade here.
That's really nice. Yeah, there's that amulet I gave you, and that's a charge bolt ring. That's pretty decent.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he actually dropped these boots for you too. It's gonna make you a lot more fast, like speedy, right? Like you run a lot
Yep.
faster with these. That's good.
Uh,
Magic Find gloves and
mhm.
just the basic ring right here. That's a trash ring, dude. I gotta
Yep.
say, that's trash.
It is.
Okay,
It's still
so we
from the
found
first
this
act. I
stuff
haven't
in
found a better
Dario.
one yet.
I know it's pretty bad. Jewelry is tough sometimes. I mean, look at that.
Yep.
15% fire resistance. That's terrible.
Well, I
And
haven't
then
found a
there's
better one,
that.
so I'm stuck with it. Uh,
Yeah, here's a beast amulet that like Chris found, and he gave it to me off of Dario because like I'm the main tank basically. I found a really decent helmet. My armor is still pretty basic. That shield though, it's comparable to his, but in a different way. And my gloves are trash, and my boots are semi trash. So yeah,
well,
let's go kick some
we
demon
haven't spent a
butts.
lot of time farming yet. We've kind of just been
Yeah.
going
Oh,
through the
you know
game
what?
linearly.
Hey, come here. Let's get your new follower. Remember?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I have to take the gear off my other one. So, 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah. Strip them naked and then just transfer the gear.
So I was gonna go with cold, right?
You were gonna go with cold because it kind of synergizes with us pretty well.
Okay. So,
Honestly, I think this mercenary is a lot
yep.
better than the first one. Like the woman, right? This is a spellcaster, and there's just no comparing the two. That's my opinion, though.
So the cold one casts chilling armor, glacial spike, and ice blast. So
That's the
glacial
one. Oh
spike, not
man, he's
blizzard.
so strong. He's so damn strong. Yeah, I think the later acts, like it becomes Blizzard. It becomes ridiculous.
All right. So long to the rogue one.
That's okay. You got yourself a better guy
Yep.
here. So I got the melee one, and it kind of suits me well. And then you've got the spellcasting one. And
Hmm.
so we got two spellcasters and two melee guys.
So I
That's
need to
that's a
work
pretty
on
good
getting a
team right there.
shield and a sword for the mercenary I have now.
Oh yeah, true. Nice. Here, I'll meet you out in the Spired Forest, okay?
Okay. Ah, all right. So now we're in the spider forest, and let's see. Oh, good. There are demons here.
Nice. There's
Right.
actually quite a bit of demons in the jungle here.
Yep.
The jungle's a pretty scary place early on. Yeah, I think you're gonna kill those little Stygian craps. You know, those little dudes that run around, they're like 2 feet tall.
Oh yeah. They're going. They're going down pretty easily. These guys are all minions. So
Yeah.
what I have to do is constantly switch between the main attack for things because I'm using the holy fire aura, and
Yeah.
I'm doing a holy bolt build. So eventually I'm going to be getting fist of the heavens. But right now I'm constantly switching between holy bolt if there's demons, and just my basic attack for the fire aura because it adds a lot of
Yeah.
fire damage. And it's a little bit of a chore right now, but I'm getting there.
Look at this, Chris. Come here real quick. That is the most bolts and arrows I've ever seen come out of a chest. Look at that.
Well,
That's got to be like one in a million.
if you're actually going to Boazon, then maybe it would have been useful.
Dude,
Maybe you're like looking
that's
at that
probably
and your
rarer than
mouth
a
watering.
Zod rune.
Uh,
It's
okay,
insane, dude.
so our first goal in here is to go to the spider layer, right? Spider layer,
Yeah.
yeah, not arachnid layer.
No, it's not the arachnid
Mm,
one. It would seem like it would be
yeah.
the arachnid one, right? The cooler name.
Well, for that they always have the waypoint by the arachnid layer, and so you would think, okay, that's nice and convenient. It would get you progressing in the act, but not so much.
No, it's a troll thing. Like it just trolls you out.
Okay,
Blizzard probably did that on purpose too.
so that's a dead end. There's going to be a lot of dead ends in the forest here.
I don't like this
That's
jungle. Like sometimes I get lost in this place, and
yep.
you have to turn up the resolution on the map just so you can see where you're going, and then still you can't find the way out. It's a freaking nightmare, let me tell you.
Try not to die in the playthrough, Chris. I'm talking to
Chris
myself in the
always
third
dies during
person
the
here,
playthrough.
not talking to Aaron there. All right, so I got a crystal sword for my guy here, and I just need a good shield now.
Your shield's pretty good actually for your paladin. You're talking
Yep,
to your mercenary, right?
exactly.
Okay, I see. There's chain gloves there. You want to pick
Yep,
those up?
I will in a second.
I'll
This guy
grab them real
gets
quick.
killed.
I got them. Let's see what these are. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use these. These are nice.
Oh,
Hey, I
okay.
found the jade figurine, so I'm
Thanks for
gonna take
sharing,
it
buddy.
back. You should come back with me because we get that potion for 20 health for free.
Okay, I don't. I think you're the one that picked up the jade statue because I didn't see one drop
Yeah,
for
I did.
myself. Nope,
I
I don't see
stole it
one in
from
my
you.
inventory. All right,
I took that jade figurine right out of your mitts there, buddy.
you really did.
hmm
Uh,
I don't feel bad about it either.
I don't imagine you
I
would.
hope I hope Alcor doesn't give you a potion, and he just hates you. You know?
Well, I have to return to him for an award, so ha, he gave me a
Do
potion
you
anyway.
remember that? Do you remember that weather guy named Algor? Or was
Oh,
it
the
Alcor? I can't remember.
Al Gore, the climate change guy.
Yeah, you remember that?
Okay, I thought you were gonna go through
Oh
and just.
crap!
No, I got through just in time. Oh no, I
Nice.
didn't.
No, you better come through.
uh, close the portal
So
on me, bro.
anyway, you remember that guy, right?
Yep.
What was that all
Uh,
about? Like he was predicting the weather or something, and then people were just like astonished by it.
yeah. Well, it started off with global warming and then global cooling or something, and then they
Yeah.
eventually just changed it to climate change, and they've been running with that ever since. And it's like they're trying to get people to be afraid that the weather's going to change, and how they made the prediction about acid rain being a common phenomenon, and that never happened either. And
It never happens.
mhm,
Like what are they talking
yeah,
about?
well, they're saying, in 12 years we're going to have such a weather event uh that we're going to see basically an irreversible point, and it's just like they've been saying that for years and years. And I think we're past the 12. So they've been saying 12 years, and then I think we're past the point where they originally started saying that. So it's like, okay, you promised an Armageddon, so where is it, guys? You
I
took all
know,
that
I
money for
know.
taxes and stuff, and it's like, oh well, we got to do that to change the weather, and nothing happened
It's kind
again.
of like that stupid story where you remember that guy like thought the world was going to end, so he spent all his life savings on school buses and put them underground. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. So tell
Dude,
that
yeah,
one.
that happened. That was insane. I think it was like he thought the world was going to end. Remember, it was like 2000, the year 2000.
Mhm. Well, a lot of things happened. Like there was the Y2K thing. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what it was. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
And he bought a bunch of school buses with like his life savings, like $200,000 worth of school buses,
Yeah.
and he just locked himself down in like this underground base that he built, and then he like stayed down there, and then nothing happened, and then he was like really pissed off about it. Like
Uh,
he wanted it to happen, basically.
well, there's people that blow all their money because they think all of a sudden it's coming.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, there's people that are known as preppers that have been preparing for this for a long time. And I mean, you look at the current situation now where inflation is just completely out of control. And meanwhile, they're laughing because it's like, haha, you guys are just struggling to buy food now. Meanwhile, we've been preparing for this for years,
Yeah,
and
they
we
really
have enough
have.
food for the next 10 years. So as the prices fluctuate and everything, they're set. they're they've already got their bunker in place. They've got a huge sect of farmland. They're growing their own food. They have a whole bunch of emergency food, and everybody now is like, man, week to week, it's just getting harder.
It really is
Yeah,
though. Like you can really feel it
yeah.
these days. The
Well,
like the shelves are so much more empty and like the prices are just skyrocketing. There's this place I used to go to, and I don't know, like I like the place a lot. It's a food place, right? It's called Saigon 2, and
mhm,
it's down here in Canada, right? Um
up there in Canada.
we
Well,
basically
I'm here
went
too,
there
but
and she she put the prices all a dollar. Everything on the menu is a dollar more now. So it's
mhm,
like it's
yeah,
significant when you think about it. Because for the past 15 years, she just kept them stagnant. Like
mhm,
the prices have been like,
yeah,
what they were, but you have to go a dollar up now just
mhm.
because of how bad it's getting. It's
Uh,
frightening. It really is.
well, yeah, I mean, they say that inflation was at 8%, but that's an average, and that's where people kind of really screw up because some things you're not going to see a price increase at all, and others you're going to see sometimes almost 100% price increase. So
Yep.
here, oil has gone up 100, about 100, actually more than 100%, because there were times where you could get like that 3 liter bottle of oil for three
Yep.
ninety nine. Now on sale, you're seeing it for 9.99, and off sale, sometimes as high as 13. So you're looking at the price increasing by so almost 300%, and it's just crazy.
That is just insane. Like
Yeah,
if you really think about it, and
mhm,
like it's one thing, but no, there's many
yeah,
things. Like I think it's a lot of stuff that's just skyrocketing in price.
yeah,
Like I used to get this alcohol. It's the beer. It's like Molson Canadian. That's what it's called.
yeah.
And it used to be 3.99. Now it went to $5 flat a can. And it's
Jeez.
like, whoa,
Yeah.
like holy crap, that's
So when you break
expensive.
it down percentage wise, that's like so a
Gotta
25%
be,
increase. So
yeah, more than that.
they
Like
say, oh,
125%.
inflation's only at 8%. Well, you've just seen 25% for the one product you get.
Would it be just 25% or would it be more than that?
Yeah, 25%. So you used to get it for 3.99, you said, right?
Yep.
So it went up a dollar, so 25% because
Oh, yeah.
it went up $1. There you go.
That's right. Yeah. What am I talking about? I'm just an idiot. Don't listen to me, Chris.
Well, sometimes math just clicks for you, sometimes it doesn't. And it's one of those times that it doesn't.
Honestly, you've had your moments too where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, the math just doesn't add up and I have to like correct you.
Uh-huh. Well, I admit that there's times that it's very simple math. It's like, what's 10% of like 110? Well, obviously 11. But you're sitting there trying to do the calculations in your head, and it's like, it's just not working. Kind of just
No.
a dumb moment.
It is, yeah. Oh well. Everyone has a stupid
Well,
moment sometimes.
you get like that for math, you get like that for even just basic grammar, where even though it's a word you've
Yeah.
written out hundreds of times, you write it out and it's just like, that doesn't look right.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Is that
Even
how
just a
you
letter
is that how
sometimes.
I always spelt river? It just looks weird. It's like, of course it's how you always spell things.
It's our toothpaste, man. It's making us stupid.
Uh, it's in the water, the fluoride and all that stuff. Uh,
Yeah, the
uh,
fluoride. Oh my god.
there's a conspiracy theory I haven't actually looked into too much, but
It's a
they've been
weird
saying
one.
that
It's
for
kind of like
years
the
and years.
chemtrail.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's been around for so long. Like
yeah.
I remember, you remember James a long time ago?
Yep. Good old James. Whatever happened to
James
that
used to,
guy? We know what happened to
uh
that guy.
yeah, I don't want to say on it here.
Okay.
I refuse to say that, but um yeah, he used to go crazy about that little theory about fluoride in the
Yep.
toothpaste and he wouldn't brush his teeth, but he had like the most rotten yellow teeth. I mean,
So not a good trade off.
no, it's not. Like you're
My teeth are
taking a
falling
theory
out, but at least I'm not getting mind controlled.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, right.
uh,
I mean, there's certain points, and like you got to be like, all right, well, the trade-off is just not that great, so I better brush my damn teeth.
Yeah. Well, there's some people that don't really follow any of those theories or anything that probably are in the same boat where I know my sister was one that was just absolutely terrible. Like, she's a smoker, has asthma, eats the worst
Ooh.
food, drinks a lot of pop, and she's 3 years younger than me, and yet you can see just the brown stains on her front teeth, and it's like, what the hell? Meanwhile,
Well,
my mom,
honestly,
who's in her now past 70, smoked for years. She
yeah,
quit over 13 years ago now. But
it
even when she
shows.
was smoking, she brushed her teeth all the time and didn't have the same stains. And now, after years of not smoking, those little stains, like the coloration is completely gone from the smoking effects. So it does
Well,
fade
yeah,
over time,
13
but
years.
you still have
Yeah,
to take care of your teeth regardless. And
you really do. Brush your teeth every day.
mhm,
Like, I don't
multiple
care. Like,
times.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
multiple times. Like
Like,
once before bed, once in the
yeah.
morning. I don't know. Just get a routine going, right?
One
It's
of the
all about
most
routine.
damaging things is sugar, and so many products do have
Yeah,
sugar in
yeah,
it.
it is. Yeah,
So you definitely should like I know that a lot of people won't, but I carry a toothbrush with me and do brush after meals even if I'm out. It's just
like,
it
geez,
helps.
Chris, I didn't. There wasn't a
I didn't
toothbrush
realize you were such a
in your
freaking
pocket,
nerd,
bro.
Chris.
Where'd you store that toothbrush?
Is that a toothbrush in your pocket, or you just, dude? It's a toothbrush. Okay, I'm going to town just to get some more healing potions.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I got to get some mana potions too.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ripping through them
Mhm.
right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm not fighting any demons, so I'm just using my basic attack, and yeah, I was getting a lot of. I was going through a lot of mana potions in the beginning, and now I have enough energy that I don't really need to.
That's good. I just found a really good jewel, by the way.
Uh, I
2 to
accidentally sold the
dexterity.
flawed topaz. Oh well, I'll buy
Actually,
that.
I'm selling it. It's such a piece of crap.
I'm gonna get that topaz back and put it into the helmet there for more magic find.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, you sold the topaz, eh? Yeah.
Accidentally,
Bad on you, Chris.
I was holding
Chris is
down
just
click and
tripping.
I accidentally clicked the topaz instead of just not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you tried not selling the topaz? Why didn't I think of that?
What an idiot, man.
It happens. Okay, so I have a new helmet that's gonna go on the follower, and there we go.
Don't you hate it like when you're talking a lot, like you'll make the videos and then your mouth just gets so dry and you're like, oh my God. And
Well,
then
I
you
always
run out of
have
water.
water.
That's like the
Oh,
scariest
okay.
thing.
See, I always have at least 2 cups beside me because I know I'm
Mhm.
definitely gonna go through one. Alright, so I'm gonna take your portal back.
No, no. You take yours
Okay.
because that's where you left off.
Alright, so did you already go through?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Deckard
You
has
can
something to
actually
say.
press P. Like you can press P and then see where I am. Hey.
For you, it's P?
Well, no, it's for everybody. It's like party, right?
Oh, that's
It's
party,
P
okay.
for party. Yeah.
I usually just go by the map. I basically play through with the map up all the time.
No, I do too. I just whenever you want to see like where somebody is on like in the game, you can just press P and then see it.
Yep. Right. So there's still not a lot of demons around.
Here's some. You can use
Alright,
Holy
so
Bolt on these.
Holy Bolt is just gonna tear through them quickly.
There's these drunken sailor carcasses. Jeez, can't wait to wrench the head off of one of these.
uh, I really don't know how to add to that, but you want to tell your zombie head story?
No, I don't really want to.
Okay.
I think it's already been spoken. It spoke for itself
Yeah.
last video.
And I just leveled up. Excellent.
Nice.
So I'm gonna put a little bit more into not holy fire, holy bolts. And yeah, I think by the time I hit 30, maybe 35. I know you recommend 45, but I think 35 I'll do a quick restack and then focus more on getting the Fist of the Heavens. Because
Yeah,
I've put
I was thinking maybe 45. Hey,
yeah.
like I think it's a better one.
Mhm. Well, I kind of know where my build is going at that point. It's just trying to get there.
Okay. You do you, Chris. You put your stinking points in at 35. I
I
don't
will.
care, buddy.
Oh, good.
I'm
It's really
trying to
good on
give
the
you some.
ghosts.
I'm trying to give you 5 head advice here, but you're taking it as 2 head advice.
5 head advice? Is that for your
Yeah,
star replacement
the
theory?
four. It's the forehead. People, I don't know. People make a joke about like, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
okay. I
what
kind
the
of get it.
hell.
4 head,
Yeah,
5 head.
yeah. People made that up a long time ago. It's just ridiculous. It's funny though.
Yeah. It does get a chuckle. I'll give you that.
Mhm.
All right. So we're in the Great March now, and we have to find the Flare dungeon, right?
Yes, we do. The Ric Flair dungeon.
I don't know what to say about
People probably don't get that.
that. I don't get that. That
You
reference
don't?
is lost on me there.
No, listen, it's the Ric Flair. Remember the guy who was like, "Woo!" And it's like the
Woo!
wrestler?
Yep.
Remember that guy? Yeah, Ric Flair.
Woo! Uh, uh, yeah, you've got to respect the old wrestlers. I mean, the 90s and the 80s not so much, but the 90s were like the golden era of wrestling. And
Okay.
every now and then I kind of go through a wrestling binge, and I start off with the old stuff and then kind of watch what's current. And one of the things you really notice the big differences in are the Royal Rumble. Now, watching the old one, it's like you never have a point where anybody is just standing around. They're always out there doing
No.
something. If
Yeah.
they're not at a point where they're currently fighting, they'll just go randomly start fighting with a guy that's sitting off in a corner or helping another guy. And that was like the
Now,
90s and even the 2000 era Rumbles.
yeah.
So they were always busy. Now I watch them and it's like, I think for the 2021, they'll do both a women's and a men's Royal Rumble. And there's
Mhm.
points where you see one of them just sitting off in the corner for like 5 minutes or so, just recovering. And it's like, my God, they never did that in the old Royal Rumbles. And it's like they look a lot more fit, but they're not nearly as active. And it's like something happened along the way where it's like, all right, if you guys are tired, just take a break. And they'll do that for a ridiculously long time. Meanwhile, in the 90s ones, they were always doing something.
Like, what do you think that is? Do you think it's just like the lack of motivation? Do you think it's lack of fitness? Like, what has happened there, in your opinion?
I don't really know if it's fitness. I think a lot of times it's more that they focused on the pageantry a lot more than the actual art of wrestling. And I know they say wrestling is fake, but I mean, you look at freaking Mick Foley. That guy sacrificed his body for wrestling for so long. Like he's done stuff that people nowadays would not dare to. And
Yeah,
he
it's
was a
basically
Hall of Legend guy.
it's like basically stunts at that point. Like it's dangerous
Uh-huh.
stunts that they're doing.
Well, he even scared the crap out of the Undertaker with that whole Hell in a Cell match where he was thrown off the edge onto the table and basically like twice. And the first time the Undertaker was reluctant to do it, and the second
Yeah.
time it's like, all right, you got to do it again. Throw me off again.
Oh my
Keep going.
god.
We're gonna make this a freaking legend.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah, a lot of those guys sacrifice their bodies big time for that entertainment
yeah,
value, right? Who was that one guy you were telling me about? He was just such a dangerous guy and he just wasn't really looking out for other people's health.
Bill Goldberg. And
That guy. Yeah, that
I
dude.
remember being a big fan of his in the
Yeah.
early 2000s. Like he was an absolutely brutal fighter. He made the moves look so real and so devastating. And I thought, okay, those are awesome. You got the freaking spear, you got the jackhammer. He came out to the fireworks all around him and then kind of exhaled the smoke. Very, very good act as far as that goes, but like he ended Bret Hart's career. He caused so many injuries because as real like the moves always looked real because he didn't take into take into factor the safety of the people he was doing them on.
Dude.
So he
He was
caused
a
so
dangerous
many
man.
injuries.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
not a good
well,
thing.
that was his specialty though, right? Like he was just a brutal crate like crazy man, right?
He absolutely was. Like, he was very
Yeah.
fit. It's just like he saw it more of a job than a career. So I think that's it really it made him a dangerous person to go up against. I don't know how many injuries he
I would
caused in
never
the
do it.
end, but it's safety, especially for something that dangerous, should be your main priority. Trying not to
Oh,
permanently injure the person you're going against.
oh, for sure. Yeah, like, but some people throw that out the window. They're a loose
Yeah.
cannon,
Hmm.
you know? They don't think about things, and then, you've injured someone and taken them out of the game.
Yeah.
Maybe he enjoyed doing that. You never know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he enjoyed it. It's just I don't think it was
Some
his
people do.
focus.
Some people do, man.
Yeah.
They're devious.
Well, I don't think Goldberg really was one that liked doing it. It's just I don't think
Okay.
he cared enough to make it his top priority. I
Mhm.
think he'd rather make the move look more devastating than put in the effort to make it safe. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. It's like the fact that he ended Bret Hart's career. I think a lot of people didn't like him for that, and I think Goldberg is still wrestling. I think he was in the recent WrestleMania,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure. It's like I kind of watch it. I go through a binge period, and then I stop watching it for a couple years, and then get into it again.
That's good.
But
Yeah. Now, WWF and WWE are fake, but the
yeah.
real deal is UFC, of course.
Mhm.
That's real stuff. You want a good fight that's real? That's the one you got to tune into.
See,
Is there any
I have to
fighters that
admit
you
that I've
like?
never actually watched UFC. Well, I
No, hey.
can't say that for sure. Like, there were a couple matches I did watch, but
Yeah.
I definitely never went through a binge period for UFC that I did for WWF.
Yeah. Well, some of my favorite fighters has got to be like, Khabib. You probably heard of
Okay.
him. He beat Conor McGregor.
Hmm. Oh, did he?
But
Okay.
Conor McGregor is also
Yeah.
like up there as well.
See, I remember him
His
because
style.
uh, I don't know if they modeled the guy from God of War after him or if it was just a coincidence, but yeah,
I don't know.
really fit guy, had the beard, all that stuff, and definitely a look. And it's like if you ever played God of War, Balder apparently looks a lot like Ewan
Yeah.
McGregor.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep, he does. I think they based it off him 100%.
Well, it could be. I
They
mean,
probably gave him money.
characters in video games have to have some kind of a reference, and they pick
They do.
somebody that whoever the developer is would be a fan of.
Exactly. It's obviously Conor McGregor, like 100%. So are they still
Right.
producing any Marvel movies? Like what's going on with that?
Oh yeah, they're so I don't know, like a lot of fans, I've kind of come to the conclusion that since Infinity War, I think that they're not 100% sure where to go. I think that since Avengers, Marvel knew what they wanted to do. They wanted to get the whole Infinity War saga done. They wanted to introduce all the Infinity Gems, and then I thought Infinity War was their pinnacle of making movies. And
Yeah.
I, for one, did not really like Endgame as much. I mean, I thought that Iron Man had a really good ending to his character. Captain
Iron Man was
America,
great.
oh, his close was amazing. The
It
acting on
was.
that was just phenomenal. Captain
Do you know how
America,
many
I thought was
people?
a joke as far as an ending goes because he never moved on.
No.
He went back to the past, relived everything, and just proved that even though he was frozen for 70 years, he just couldn't move on, even though he's telling all these other people too. He couldn't even live up to that example at all. And it was
No, he
just a
really didn't.
pathetic close for him.
Hold on. Oh my god.
But Iron Man started that franchise, and Iron Man basically closed out the greatest saga that Marvel could have done. And
Yeah. I
Captain
think we go
America
this
kind
way.
of felt like an afterthought.
Did you explore this part over
Yeah,
here?
it looks like we go down and then to the east again. So yeah, that leads
Man,
to a
I'm
dead end.
lost.
That's the problem
This
with
is
this is
crazy.
that the Spider Forest, the Flare Forest, and the Great Marsh all kind of blend together in really weird ways. So I
It
always end up
kind of
spending so long here.
yeah. You know what it really reminds me of?
But
You know when you're first in Act 1 and then there's the Cold Plains? So
yep,
there's a bit that would lead out to the burial grounds with Bloodraven, and then there's a piece that would be the Stony Fields, right? And it's all
yep,
tied together.
yeah, and definitely similar to that. So okay, that's a dead end as well, and down this way.
There's not very many zones in the game that do this,
Hmm.
and it's very frustrating
Yeah,
because they've set you in such a straight path until now, and then they twist you up like this. So it's frustrating, right?
hmm, yeah, I definitely get that. Smoke spear. Yeah, pick up any. Well, you already know that, but for anybody that's not sure, pick up any items that would add skill points because they sell really, really well.
They really do. Dude, my charge strike is actually getting pretty powerful.
Yep, I'm waiting for the time that I get the Fist of the Heavens, and that, along with the Holy Bolt, is just going to be amazing.
Well, you know what? Me and you are gonna have a great time because like you are gonna be able to farm out Chaos Sanctuary very well, and then
No,
Bale's Lair,
hmm,
and then we're gonna have a super good time getting good armor.
yeah, I think that Act 4 and 5 are probably going to be our main focus.
Oh, definitely. You know what, Chris? Would you ever want to see an Act 6 come to the game and really tie it in?
I'm not sure where, like, in theory, where would Act 6 take you?
Heaven. Heaven. Yep,
Okay, what
heaven.
would
The
you
the
be
proper
fighting
way this
against
time.
Heaven, though?
Just more chaos. I don't know, just you know how they did it in Diablo 3, but just do it better. Like do it the way you really wanted it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, see, I think
I mean,
Diablo
I can't
3, like, okay, you finish your thought first. You go ahead.
yeah, I haven't really like thought it out
Okay.
properly, like all the little details. But I don't know. I if I sat down and really thought about it, I bet you I could come up with an entire scenario of like why Act 6 would be in heaven, right?
Yeah.
And then here's another thing, ready? So hell mode is the hardest mode in this game so far, right? They
Yeah.
could actually do Inferno, right? So Hell mode and Inferno mode would share Act 6. You would not be able to do it in Nightmare or Normal. So Act 6 unlocks in Hell mode, and then it's unlocked fully in Inferno mode. And you got yourself all new items, all new like set pieces. Just really ramp it up more.
Yeah.
I think players would really appreciate that.
Okay, so what I was going to say was, I think in Diablo 3, it was so weird how they did Heaven, how it
Mhm.
started off pristine when you first started, and then the further you got in, the more it was decaying and had all that corruption. And you would
Yeah.
think it seems so backwards. You would think, okay, well, if the beginning of Heaven is where all the demons have been attacking, why is it that that's not full of corruption, and the further you get in, it's not more pristine? It's just it.
Yeah.
They seem to go completely the wrong way with that.
Yeah. It makes no sense. That's
And
like,
I,
when you step in mud with your boots on, right?
yeah,
Here's an example, ready? So you step in mud with the boots, the mud's not at the top of the boot, it's where you stepped.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm. Like if you walk around, the
Yeah,
mess is going to be kind of just after where you stepped in mud. It's not going to be like, all right, well, I've
exactly.
been walking around for hours, so even though the mud's drying and kind of falling off, where I walked into the house 6 hours later, that's going to be the messiest. It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make anything of sense. Okay, there you go. I was gonna tell you I put up a portal. Come on,
Right.
Chris, you keep dying, buddy. What's going on?
I ran into confidently.
What a weakling you are. You're just a weakling with a holy bolt from your heart.
Yep, that's where it comes from. Okay.
Yeah, there's a demon head on the ground for you, Chris.
You're the one that likes the demon heads.
I don't
Oh
like
no,
the
the
demon
zombie
heads.
heads.
Yeah, that's right. See?
You want your heads to be dead and rotting for some odd reason.
Oh, no, I don't.
Easier to pull out the teeth.
Oh,
Dude, that's
you
sick.
see,
Well
my
left.
my theory, my theory is this. The necromancer runs around naked. Like you can beat the game naked, but so like he's got to have a little protection down there. So he just wraps it on there and runs
Wraps
around.
it on what, Aaron? On what? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, yeah, I think you know what I'm trying to say there, buddy boy.
On his junk?
Yeah. Well, demons are bad, right? They'll go for a nut shot, and then if you're not protected down there, like at least he's got a swinging demon head.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that is really going anywhere positive.
No,
Anyway, on with the game.
it's always on with the game. What are you talking about?
Always on with
There's
the
only
game.
one way forward.
God, I hate these flares so
So you're
much.
actually doing a lot of damage to these little craps, aren't you?
Yep. And my spell heals you a bit too if it catches you along the way.
That's what I love about the paladin. Its power comes from like healing your party and like it really just disintegrates demons, and
Hmm.
he's definitely like more of a he's the holy man of the game, right? So he's got to have that capability. I don't think Diablo 1 had that. They just had the knight guy and that's it.
Warrior, sorcerer, and rogue.
Yeah. So a great addition to like the game. What a genius class. I mean, either that or the cleric, right? I think the paladin's cooler.
Well, I know when they did Diablo Hellfire, they also added the barbarian and one other one, bard. So it's just kind of a rehashing of the warrior and the rogue.
You know what? I actually genuinely forgot about Hellfire.
Hmm.
I literally forgot about that game. Do you know how cool that Hellfire expansion was? They added like there was like this guy who was even stronger than Diablo himself, and you had to like hurt him by reading some tome out loud. And if you screwed up the tome or something, if you didn't read it, he would kill you so fast.
Well, if you
Like I
messed up
found
the
that pretty
reading,
interesting.
then he would be a lot stronger and do more
Right.
damage, have more health.
Yeah. Wasn't it cool though? He like had like 8 arms and it was just like a bug looking guy and it was just
Well, that
the
was
most
actually something
menacing
different.
thing.
So it added two new zones.
Yeah.
It added the hive and it added the crypt. I think
Yeah.
crypt. And so the hive is where you found the defiler and it had a whole bunch of bug creatures. The crypt is what added the new crawl.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that because they tried to make them stronger than the three, that's why it was never an official Blizzard expansion. But there
Yeah,
actually
that
were
could be Act
mods
6 right there.
that added a lot to Diablo 1.
Yeah.
So I think there was some that added a whole bunch of different classes, spells, but I mean, being such
Yeah.
an old game, they could only do so much.
That's true. But listen, you know that hive one you're talking about? It almost was like alien like, wasn't it?
Mhm. Yep.
Like aliens in the game. Yeah, I found that so cool. And the models of those creatures were actually super scary looking.
Yeah. It was a pretty creepy looking zone.
It was. I really wished, you know what? That would be a cool Act 6. If they brought back that crap, just that freaky, I don't know, gross hive type thing. And then tied it in with that dude who you have to read that thing to kill him.
Yeah.
I think that would be amazing.
It would definitely be some like a path that Diablo could have taken. It seems
Yeah.
like they did kind of take this weird path because in the original story, it started off so heaven and hell have been warring for just eons and eons, like for all eternity, as far back as anybody could remember. And then when
Yep.
man came into existence, they both stopped their war and to see which side man would land on. And
Yeah.
it was after that that they started coming up with this theory that, oh well, they're the spawn of an angel and a demon. It's like I never liked the whole Nephilim thing. I don't know why they made it so that man
Oh.
was just this spawn of like the demon and the angels coming together. It's always seemed
Yeah.
sort of weird. Like, why couldn't it
Yeah,
just
it's a
be
very
man? Why
strange
couldn't it be
thing.
something that just appeared suddenly?
I can't believe I just died there. Oh my god.
Yep.
I got cornered and then I couldn't move. That's so
I'm
annoying.
gonna try not to take all your golds.
Oh no, Chris. I just went through my TP and I don't have any teleports.
Oh,
I thought you gave me one.
no, I was just fighting when you died, and I just set up.
Damn. Here's one.
One now.
I found one.
Okay. Well, if you, what
Wait,
you could have done is just quickly exited the game and
oh,
entered again, but
you know what, Chris? I actually forgot that I keep all my inventory like down below because I have not played a normal character in so damn long, and I forgot that you actually keep your stuff.
huh.
I'm so used to just dying and losing my character completely.
Well,
So
welcome
that's
back to
funny.
the world of not hardcore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just with my
Here.
playstyle, I
Oh my
never
god.
really liked hardcore because
Check this out.
I prefer
Here,
to just
give that
charge
to your
in.
follower.
Okay,
That's really nice there. You're gonna like that.
get rid of that bone shield. So, yep, that's a good one.
Yep.
Right, so I didn't
Yeah,
take the
it's
gold.
just these fire guys. They hit so damn hard.
And
You don't have fire aura, do you?
I have fire ore. Well,
Oh yeah,
fire.
put it up.
Actually, no, I have holy fire, so it does fire damage with every physical hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, holy bolt is great for these guys.
It really seems that way, and like you're keeping me healthy, and then like these guys are going down like 2 or 3 hits, sometimes one,
Yeah.
which is good to see.
It's I gotta stop running in because then they just completely surround me.
Honestly, I could just let you take care of them. You just do that much damage, and then it just pierces all of them, so it's like
Yep,
really nice.
it's an amazing spell. Heals and damage.
Yeah.
And it actually is cheap enough that you don't have to worry too much about mana.
No,
When
here,
I finally do
give
get
me a
Fist of the
shot.
Heavens, it's gonna hurt as far as like
Oh,
spell casting.
heal me up real quick. Like it does such good chunks of health. That's
Yeah.
insane, dude.
Right.
Wow.
I have to quickly go to town, so
Mhm. I'll be okay, I think. So there's
this
one thing
force
about
die.
this force that I hate. It's these little Stygians. And you know, that's not the worst thing. As soon as you hit the Durance of Hate, you're gonna fight Stygian dolls. I don't know if they're in normal mode, but they do a percentage of your health back to you, and it can kill people. I've
Hmm.
seen so many people just die because of it.
Well, it's their thorn effect. Like
Yep.
they do, you attack them and you're definitely taking damage.
Oh, big time.
All right, I can actually replace that belt too. So 20%
Oh, I
life
leveled up. Nice.
or 20 life, 20 maximum stamina, and enhanced defense. So yeah, I think that's definitely an upgrade. And now I can
You
store
know,
more in my belt too.
the reason why the Amazon is such a good pick for like just a melee character with the spear build is because it's got skills like this. I'm gonna read it to you real quick. It's got a skill called dodge. It's got a skill called avoid. It's got critical strike, penetrate, so that's attack rating, and then finally you've got a what is this? Missiles have a chance to pass through enemies they hit. Okay, so you've got this pierce ability as well, and then you can summon Valkyries and decoys and stuff. So it's a very interesting class to play. Very survivable.
That's good. Okay, so did you cast a new portal or no? No, I'll take mine
No,
back.
it's just yeah. I'm waiting for you here.
Okay. Grab a couple mana potions along the way because I'm starting to use more mana now. And
You know, the
go back that
crappiest
way.
thing
Okay.
about these new javelins you found me is just they're so slow, and that's the problem.
Well, I didn't make them, Aaron. I just found them on the ground.
Jeez, Chris, why'd you have to give me such crappy javelins?
I didn't want to carry
You
them, so I
do this,
figured,
you
here,
do
you
this
carry
all
this
the time.
garbage. At least you found me some good items. Oh, a bone helm.
Thanks, buddy. Let's see what it is. Here, give it to your follower. That's nice.
I think I could probably use it.
Does your back ever hurt like when you play?
Uh, lower back sometimes, yeah. Like when you're sitting
Just
for
my
too
upper
long, it just
back.
gets stiff.
It like really aches. It's like a
Mhm.
sharp pain almost. It's like really
Yeah.
weird.
It's
I didn't
why
get it
outside
before,
of
but like,
this, my usual videos are usually around an hour. It kind of caps out at that. That's kind of on the long side, but I usually aim for
yeah.
only half an hour to 50 minutes, just because I have to constantly get up. So I'm, I don't know how some people can do like a 24-hour gaming session.
That's
That is
exactly what I was
insane.
just gonna say to you. I don't realize, like, I don't get it. How do they do that? How do they do that and they're still like okay to go for more? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, is my pain tolerance just crappy or something? Or like, what is it?
Well, it's not something they do all the time, but there was one when I think Final Fantasy VII came out, the
Yeah.
remake for it, and just did like a 24-hour session going through normal mode, then hard mode, and trying to get as many trophies as they could in that time.
Oh my
And
God.
I mean, it will get a lot of followers doing something that crazy,
Oh yeah,
but
for sure.
you know that they got a good amount of sleep beforehand, and you know they got a good amount of sleep after. But hey, I mean, there's times that you can fairly easily stay up 24 hours, but just spending the entire time in front of the computer, that's
Oh,
that's the
it's
difficult part.
draining. Yeah, for sure. It's pretty draining and it just it wears on you after a
Yeah.
while and you're like, "Oh my God, I just want to go to bed," kind of thing, right?
Yep. Well, they managed to do it, so you know,
I know.
props to them for that. It's just it is
Maybe
a long
maybe I
time.
could. Maybe I could with the right motivation. I don't know. I've never tried it, so maybe one of these days.
Well, the games I
It
play,
seems
I can't really see one that I would do for 24 hours straight. I don't know. Maybe
yeah.
when I know when God of War came out, I played that
Yeah.
pretty like a lot of hours over the weekend and got through the entire game and the trophies in one weekend. But
Yeah.
that was over the course of 3 days and like sleeping between,
Oh
getting up
wow.
and taking breaks here and there.
Yeah.
24 hours straight. I,
Oh,
you know, that's a long time to kind of be in one spot. And I think they sort of have a set of rules for that where you have like only a couple 10-minute breaks you can do every so often, for bathroom and such, but you have to make sure that you're not just getting up randomly and like, okay, bathroom break after an hour. So
yeah.
yeah, they basically have a set of
Yeah.
rules to follow.
Otherwise, you just start abusing those like bathroom breaks. So like anytime you want to, oh, I'm gonna go for a bathroom
Yeah,
break kind of thing, right? So it kind of keeps you more like on task and like stable. But
more
yeah, I
focused.
could see people like abusing it. Oh my God, turn on your lightning aura.
There we go.
Okay. This guy was like melting me. Oh crap.
That and have some pretty hard attacks too.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to run back. I need more potions.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's a really tough tree guy, isn't it?
I remember when Diablo first came out, like this guy was such a unique model because of the tree arm type look, and
He still is a
yeah.
unique model. He's such a cool guy to look at.
It
Man,
feels like
this game is
Diablo
just so
3
damn
did
good.
not really introduce a great set of enemies as far as like what you come against.
Yeah.
In ways, it felt like they just took the basic models from Diablo 1 and 2 and then didn't really add anything. I mean, you brought the Goat Men back, you brought the Fallen Ones, and you look at all the creatures that they introduced in Diablo 3, and it's like there was nothing really unique or interesting. Just, oh, corrupted angels.
Yeah.
They reintroduced the Fallen Rogues,
Mhm.
but there was just nothing unique about it.
There really wasn't, no. This game was just, I mean, I really love this game still. This game is so phenomenal. And it's fun doing this duo commentary with you about this because, like, I don't
So we
know.
still have to
I just
find
find,
the.
like,
So do you want to get the waypoint for there? And I'm gonna still try and find the Flayer dungeon.
oh crap, did we not do the flared dungeon?
Nope, not yet.
Oh man, I'm way ahead of myself. Let's go find the flared dungeon right
Oh, I
now.
was gonna say like you go get the waypoint there because that way we
Okay.
can go right from the Flayer dungeon on, and I'll
Yeah.
try and find it because I still
Yeah,
haven't
we'll
found it yet.
split up like Scooby. Scooby and the gang here.
Yeah, I've got to say I was never really a big fan of that show. I think I only watched a couple episodes growing up, but it wasn't
I don't
anything I
know.
consistently watched. Like I watched
Yeah.
all the guy shows, Mega Man, X Men, Spider Man, He Man, all the fun
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, that's it's even older than what I am, right? I'll tell you what I used to watch. I used to watch SpongeBob. I used to watch Family Guy, South Park, and most importantly, I used to watch Robot Chicken. I don't know if you remember that, but Robot Chicken was amazing. And they would make fun of so much stuff, and it was just the best show ever. There was a lot of Scooby Doo things in there,
Mhm.
like the gang getting killed by like the bad guys and stuff. Like not even close. Like they just get murdered, and it was just funny. Just a good show.
Well, they did a lot of good parodies in Robot Chicken. I mean, they basically focused on anything culture related and just did that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know, now it feels like their parodies are just they don't really know what they're doing so much.
No, well, I mean, you run out of ideas, right? You can only do something so much and for so long before it becomes dry. But in the beginning, my goodness, they were just a masterpiece. And I would look forward to every time they got on. I'm like, damn, this show is so good. And then it's one of those shows, Chris. Have you ever had one happen to you where like you're like watching it and then it ends and you're like, oh my God, that was just too short. Like I need more.
Yep.
Have you ever had that?
Well, Rick and Morty seems to fall under that category for me.
Oh, big time. Rick and
But
Morty. So good.
anyway, I think I mentioned it a little bit last night that I think the main problem is that you look at classic Simpsons and they would go over the joke multiple times trying to make it the perfect joke. Whereas
Mhm.
now Simpsons, it's like, okay, they write the joke in and then they're done. So they won't try and improve on the joke at all. They won't try and make it so that, several writers go over the same thing to make it the best thing they can do. They'll
Yeah.
just like write it in. It's like, okay, finished. That's a joke, right?
Uh,
And every now and then I might watch an episode of Who the Simpsons just to see where it stands. And it never even gets a chuckle out of me. It just seems so boring. It
it
kind of
used to
is,
be fun.
yeah. It kind of is like Big Bang Theory, where, well, Simpsons doesn't use the laugh track, but Big Bang Theory does. I think they're
Yeah, yeah.
expecting that, that little pause or just a reference is enough to get people laughing, and it's not.
I have a question for you. What would make anyone decide to use a laugh track in the first place? Like, why would that even be a thing?
There is a history behind why they did it in the first place, and I remember reading it. I just can't remember it right now. But
Because I find it so odd that you would even need to include that. If the content's funny enough, you'll laugh, right? So I've always found that very weird and almost alien-like.
well, so they don't do it anymore, but they used to say like this show filmed for a live studio audience. So it wasn't really a laugh track so much. It was that, that was supposed to be the crowd actually laughing. But I think
Okay, yeah.
eventually they stopped doing that and it was a lot more scripted. So I think that that's why for shows they don't say that anymore, but they just use
Right.
the laugh track. It kind of became their thing. And there's actually a YouTube channel that takes episodes of The Big Bang Theory and removes
Yeah.
the laugh track from it. And it is the
Okay.
most cringe-worthy thing that you've ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
so Sheldon will come in and say something, and
Okay.
where the laugh track is, it's just silence. And it's
That's
about like
weird.
15 to 20 seconds of silence. And you can see
Yeah.
just how poor the jokes are. And I think that actually makes it funnier because the jokes just don't land in Big Bang Theory at all.
Chris, can
But
I get
it's
a
just,
TP real quick?
yep, it's just
Sorry
the
to cut you off
awkward,
there.
it's just the awkward little period there where there is
Yeah.
absolutely nothing. And it shows
It
that Big Bang Theory
did you
completely.
not
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
I think you did mention this one time. You said it was filler,
Yeah.
right? For the episodes? It's filler.
Mhm. So if you look at Big Bang Theory and just all the spots where they have that anywhere from 10 to 15-second period where the laugh track is going,
Yeah.
multiple times. So you're probably looking at least a couple minutes of each episode where they just have the laugh track. And you combine that with the commercials that are going and the fact that each episode, it used to be that each episode was like 22 minutes, then over time it lessened. And I think the average episode now is anywhere from 18 to 20 minutes, 21 minutes.
Yep.
So that combined with like maybe 3 minutes or so of just pointless laughing in an episode.
Okay.
A half-hour episode is maybe like 15 to 17 minutes. It's like, and
Wow.
what what the hell? Like, what can you really say about that? That
I don't
it's
know.
sad.
It is sad.
Mhm.
That's really weird.
But yeah, if you ever want to see how bad Big Bang Theory is, just look up Big Bang Theory no laugh track, or yeah, no laugh track, and just
Yeah.
it is so hard to watch. It shows that they're not really jokes at all. They're just relying on the audience to kind of fill that, and it's so sad.
Yeah,
Uh,
that sounds pretty brutal to me.
no.
I'm gonna have to check it out because it sounds so cringe, and I'll let you know what I think.
I mean, there's some episode,
Oh,
like
I
some
found it,
shows and
Chris.
stuff. Okay, I'll teleport to you in a second.
Okay.
There's some shows that they do have the laugh track in that they are good jokes and you can actually laugh along with it. But you watch Big Bang, like that changed it for me so much. After that, I could never go back to Big Bang Theory because it's like, what the hell are they laughing at? There's nothing here. They just come in and make a
Yeah,
comment and it's not even slightly funny. Uh, and I think like
that's so
that
bizarre.
completely changed everything in the show for me. Oh.
I think on your old channel, don't you have like Big Bang Theory? Like you
No,
had some episodes of it?
I have a show called Happy Family. It's one
Oh
that's
yeah.
it only got one season. It had John Larroquette and Christina Brinkley,
Yep.
and it was so weird because I had a couple episodes recorded back when I had VHS, and
Yep.
so long ago, and I could never like there were 22 episodes, I believe, and I only had about I think 11 of them recorded. So there were a bunch
Okay.
that were missing that I never actually saw, and NBC never put the show back up again. You couldn't buy it anywhere, so it was like that was the only place that I had any episodes. And I was trying
Yep.
to find it on to buy the disc. I was trying to find it on YouTube. I was even trying to find it on torrent sites. It's like this show does not exist anywhere outside of the VHS recordings I have. And then
Are
years
you
and
the
years of
only one
trying to
with
find
it?
it. Well, I was actually getting to that. I found somebody on a forum that apparently had them
Yeah.
recorded all the way in Germany. And, it was
Okay.
kind of risky, like buying something from somebody overseas that's a private seller that, I mean, they could just take the money and not mail anything, or they could take it and mail you something that's not. So it was kind of a risk doing that. And when they came, it's like, okay, it was all 22 episodes in order, pretty good quality. And since then, I took them all, I converted them to the right format, uploaded them on YouTube, and people have been watching them there. And it's one of the reasons that I made the other channel because, like, if my gaming channel ever gets nuked for things that we say, at least that channel, which has all the Happy Family episodes, will still be up. And
Yeah.
it was actually a pretty funny show. I mean, the jokes
Yeah.
in there actually land, whereas I don't know, Big Bang Theory just doesn't anymore. Uh,
Yeah, no. But that's kind of cool how you have that. And I was always wondering
mhm,
like why.
yeah,
I've never seen that show before or anything. And I did think it was Big Bang, but I was totally
yeah,
mistaken. But it's kind of cool to know the backstory about that.
yeah. Well, it's I'm definitely hoping that it never is taken down, but I've like triple backed them up on hard drives, on discs, on everything. So if
Oh,
it is ever taken
you've
down, I probably could reload it up on something else. But
yeah,
like if it
you just
was,
watch now. Now it'll get
uh,
nuked down, you see, because you mentioned it.
well, I don't think they're too concerned because if NBC really
No.
wanted to, they could release the show. It's just like there's some pretty famous people. You got John Larroquette and Christina Baranski. That's it, Baranski, and
Yeah.
you can't find it anywhere. Like you look for that, even if NBC had it for streaming, that would be something. But it's like they completely removed that show from their library altogether. You cannot find it
So
anywhere
bizarre.
else.
That's so weird.
Mhm. And I mean, it's not like I
It's
make
like it just
money for it or anything, but it's like
no.
I'd be perfectly fine with them nuking the channel if it was available anywhere else. But it's not like people have come across. It's like I've been looking for this show for years, can't find it anywhere, and yet somehow they find on YouTube. It's free to watch, and if NBC wanted to monetize on it or anything, that'd be fine. But it's literally nowhere else except for that one YouTube channel.
Yeah, I find that very bizarre, honestly, and like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of cool how you have like some kind of ancient relic almost. And
Hmm. Yeah.
it just fell off the face of the earth, didn't it?
It really did, and it's just the weird thing is like I'm like you've probably heard of John Larroquette and Christina Baranski, like they're
I think
in
so.
current shows.
Yeah,
John Larroquette is in movies. Christina Baranski's
dude.
in that the Good Wife or the Good something,
Yeah, you know what's
and
going
they're always
on,
in
dude?
current
It's the
stuff.
Mandela effect.
Okay, explain that.
The Mandela effect is like when a whole bunch of people remember something that was true, or like in their mind they thought it was true, and then it wasn't true. Like you know the Bernstein Bears thing, where like everyone thought it was an E, but it was actually an A spelled in the name.
Okay, no, I never heard
Like
about
some
that
kind
before.
of like trippy thing going on like with that show, and you're the last person with it kind of thing. You've
Huh.
got evidence of this like time shift almost.
Okay, yeah, that's the
And then
first
if
I've
you were
ever
to
heard of that.
ask the actors who actually made it, they wouldn't even remember making it, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Really?
Just that
Okay.
trippiness.
Hmm. Yeah, I never actually heard that theory before.
Yeah, look it up. It's called the Mandela effect.
Okay. Well, I'll have to write that down so I don't forget, but I'm not going to look it up right now. We're kind of busy in this
No, that's fine.
dangerous dungeon.
It's like, look it up right now, Chris, or I'm kicking you out of the
As
game.
this poisonous. Hey, you can't kick me. I made the game, you son of a
I'm,
bitch.
I'm kicking you out of your own game, buddy.
Good luck. Okay.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll just leave then.
I'll leave. That'll show you. Stop standing in poison.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool theories out there. I
Hmm.
think we should start talking more about like
Yeah.
just interesting theories. Like I don't know any off the top of my head, but I want to research some and just like let everyone know about like some insane stuff because
Well, I
I
think the
really I
Matrix
do
theory
that.
is kind of an interesting one because, I mean,
Yeah.
they made the Matrix movie, and it's like if that really were a thing,
Yeah.
how would you
Oh
even
yeah.
know? Because
You would not know.
I mean,
You
the
wouldn't.
world is not really like it's not really collapsing around you,
Nope.
and all the people that were just living in the Matrix, none of them would know.
Well, you know what? I always ask my girlfriend this. I'm like, like we've never been in those buildings before. We'll just drive by things and be like, we've never been in those buildings. Like, what if they're not rendered until we actually like go into it,
Mhm.
right? Like, what if it's just not there until we actually step foot into it and then it like generates
Mhm.
inside.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
I
not
think the
wasting
Matrix
space.
theory kind of goes almost hand in hand with the first person character theory or main character theory, where
Okay.
you think that you're the main character of the universe, and
Yeah.
like if you were something to like if your life ended, you kind of think, okay, well, life's not going to continue on without me, and it's sort of a self-centered theory, but
It is.
I
Yeah.
mean, your life ends. Who's to say that you're not the main character in the story where all of a sudden once you're
Yeah.
gone the world's just going to end because it has no reason to continue on, and it's sort of self-centered, but who
Oh,
knows.
for sure. Well, you would never know because it's like you're in like
Yeah.
third person mode or sorry, first person mode. What am I talking about? Third person mode,
Mhm.
Chris. Yeah, I'm watching myself run around.
Controlling
No,
myself from outside of my body.
yeah. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like lights out, it's gone, you're gone, right? And like
Yeah.
it's not like you're gonna remember you're dead, right? But yeah, life does go on. I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah. Like you
Oh, a
do see people
legendary
that do
shield.
die, and like maybe they're just the NPC and you're the main character.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Chris. I
What?
just found you such an insane shield. Look at that thing.
Wall of the Eyeless. I remember this one.
Dude,
So
it's got an
20%
insane.
fast rate. Yeah, that's better than the
Yeah,
one I have.
that's what you want. You want that fast cast rate. There's our first legendary, by the way. Congrats, dude.
Thank you. And we got Kalim's Brain. So that can
Yeah.
go into the
Let's
Garage Cube.
let's see how fast you shoot.
1 second, I'm
Shoot
just going
your
to check.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shoot your beam. Is that
So
noticeable?
yeah, it's a little bit faster.
You know what you should do? Go to the guy. Okay, let's go right now. Let's go back to town.
Just 1 second. I'm just changing something out.
Okay.
Okay. So back to town. So did you end up finding the
Yeah,
waypoint?
yeah, I did. I was just gonna tell you something really like simple. You should shop for a faster cast rate wand if you can, because like your weapon really doesn't matter too much, right? Like you're just looking for speed,
Well, in
right?
the end
Something
game,
with mana.
it won't matter as much. But right now, I
No.
kind of have to switch between using my attacks and my holy bolt,
Oh,
so it
right.
matters a little bit right
Yeah,
now.
it does. Yeah, but some wands actually come packing with like 100 fire damage. It's actually pretty insane.
Okay, so
Okay, the new TP's up for you. Okay, you can grab the
okay,
waypoint here.
I'm just quickly doing the just changing out my guy's gear.
Yeah, no problem. Grats though, dude, that is a sick shield. I'm not
Yep.
gonna lie.
Okay, so I can get rid of this ethereal armor now.
Imagine if we found a Stone of Jordan. Like those are such rare. It's a ring, but it's a +1 to all skills ring, and it's like ultra rare.
Yeah. Well, that was the currency for the longest time in this game. I remember
Yeah,
that for sure. That
yeah. Do you remember when they duped it?
uh, not so much, but I do remember like duping was definitely a big problem in Diablo 2 back in the day.
Yeah, it really was. They've cracked down pretty hard on that. Like it doesn't really occur anymore, but I'll tell you about the little story with the Diablo 2 Stone of Jordan real quick here. So they duped the Stone of Jordan because it was the most powerful ring, right? They duped it like a million times, and there was just so many of these stupid rings floating around. Anyone could get their hands on it. So the solution they came up with was to get, if you were to sell enough of these rings to the merchant, it would open up the it said Diablo roams the land, right? And then you go fight the Uber Diablo, and then you get your Annie charm, which is like a rare charm, right?
Yeah.
And that's how they fixed that.
Well, it wasn't even just Uber Diablo, wasn't it? Uber Diablo, Mephisto, and Bale all together.
Oh, that's totally different. There's a different thing. It was called Diablo Walks the Earth, and it's like a completely different
Oh.
situation.
Yeah, there was the Uber,
Like,
and I don't know if that was different from the Paragon ones. There was Uber
yeah, it's
and
different.
Paragon, and I think that's what kind of carried over to Diablo 3, the Paragon levels.
I don't think
So
there's
I think,
Paragon in this.
yeah, I'm not sure. It's been a while, and I'll admit, like, as much as I like this game, I never actually got through hell.
We're going to this playthrough. Well, not this playthrough. Yeah,
So
Chris. All right, buckle up
we're
for
gonna play
60
for
hours of
24
gameplay.
hours straight.
Woo! No, dude, we'd be like dead. We'd be
Yeah.
like not even talking anymore and just
Ah,
like
jeez.
getting angry at each other. It'd just be
Oh,
awful.
I died. Damn.
Oh crap! Here,
They were
let
just
me
doing
get you a
so
TP.
much damage. They took out my follower first and then took me out.
Yeah, they took you out. Hey, Chris. Wonder
They
how they
took me out.
took you out there, buddy. Did they
Oh,
take you out to dinner?
yep. Not
Oh,
that
what did
easy.
they get you?
They had to do some whining and dining. A nice steak,
Oh yeah.
T-bone steak or
Oh
ribeye
yeah.
or filet mignon.
Nice. From the
Filet
cow
mignon.
level, right?
Yep.
Nice.
The freshest
Oh,
one they
cool.
could find.
Oh, the Cow King, of course, right? Like, come on. He did it for you because he loves you.
Damn right.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
wine was made from the demons, like the blood, and then the Cow King steak was specially made for you by Mephisto himself.
Good. Anyway, enough of the demons trying to romance me. It's getting a little weird.
Chris is like, shut up.
Ugh.
I'm sick of this. I've been wined and dined too many times on this game.
Aaron and his weird theories. First the zombie head, now the demons just romancing him. uh,
I think you're taking it too personal there, buddy boy.
uh, okay. Boy, these guys
You
have
know, I
played
could
up.
have just, yeah. It's these damn trees, man. They thrash you. Wonder why their name is a thrasher. They just thrash you. What a coincidence.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the respec because those points that I put in a resist lightning would definitely be better elsewhere. But I'm gonna wait till later for that. Okay, so
Yeah,
there's two things we
you
can
said
do in this
35.
area. We have to look for the ruined temple, and we still have to do the sewers.
Yes, we do. Here, I'm just getting mana potions real quick. I burned through them so damn quick. At least we got the greater mana potions. We're not dealing with those little skimpy bottles anymore.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely one thing that I do appreciate Diablo 3 for. Just well, in the beginning, you could stack the potions up to 100, which was absolutely awesome. So eventually, they just made
Well,
it so you start off with a potion, and there was it was just a cooldown, which was fine. But
yeah. I'll actually disagree with you. I actually didn't like it because you couldn't just keep chugging potions like this game.
mhm,
It's the one thing I love about this game is that you can just keep chugging your
yeah,
potions.
see, I
Here
wouldn't
comes
mind
a
that so
pack. Oh
much.
man, they're insane. Get ready, Chris.
Shoot,
Chris, get back here.
I know.
The hell? Shoot them. Use your demon thing.
Yeah, that's why I was running back. I was set to
Oh my
attack.
god. Oh man. I I I'm in such disbelief of how much damage you actually do.
Yeah,
Like it's actually kind of silly. Your character's just sick, man.
yeah,
He's a sick killing machine.
yeah. It is kind of annoying switching between attack and the holy bolts because I
Just
mean
use
you can use the
F1
wheel
and
to do
F2.
yeah you can use the wheel to do the secondary abilities, but not for the primary ones. It's just kind of
Let's
weird.
go back to town real quick.
Okay,
We found the
what's this
tome.
the tomb? All right. So who do we have to talk to for that? I forget.
Just just Al Gore, the weatherman.
The weatherman, the weather guy. Ugh. People still tout his theories as if they were actually plausible, and they never were.
Yeah, I don't think they are. Sorry, Alcor. They're not.
Didn't he? I think he
Sorry
also
to.
took credit for inventing the internet.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Come on.
he did.
That's so silly, man. He did not.
Oh, yeah.
It's obvious aliens gave us internet.
Well, we know that he didn't, but like he's one of the ones to take credit for. Like, ah, yeah, Al Gore, he invented the internet. And it's like, no, he didn't.
Nope.
But
What's next? He invented weather. Is he God?
that's what he likes to think.
Yep. You know, I'm glad we don't hear about him anymore. I'm glad he's just a figment of our imagination on a video game where he should be.
Exactly. No more Al Gore.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Don't make me get
All right.
Rick from Rick and Morty to go take care of him
Uh,
once and for all.
So we've been following season 6 at all yet, or no?
No, I haven't, but I do need to watch it. I actually need to catch up. I'm actually super far behind on season 4 still.
In some ways, it is getting a little bit weird. Like I know you don't care about spoilers, so I could talk about it. I
Yeah,
think it was
go ahead.
season 4 or 5. They introduced the whole giant space incest baby, and it's like this
Oh, really?
season they've had some pretty incesty like episodes
Hmm.
between Beth sleeping with her clone, the whole
Oh no.
Jerry getting the fortune cookie that he would have sex with his mother.
Oh.
It is just like
What?
you kind of wonder, okay, what's going on, guys? You've really taken this very incest type approach, and
Yeah.
are you trying to tell us something? All right,
I
I
don't
found the
know. It's
sewers.
weird. Yeah, I'm already in here. You know what, Chris? I was laughing really hard because the hammer Morty, remember that? There was like a hammer Morty,
Yeah,
and then he got killed. He got shot to death.
uh, that one
I
episode
think I
added
seen a
so
clip.
much to the Rick and Morty universe.
Yeah. Oh, I seen a clip too. Remember the one with like uh what's his name? What's the dad's name? I forget.
Jerry.
Jerry, sorry. There's like a wooden Jerry, remember?
Mhm.
And he's going down the creek.
Yep. Well, that was the
And then
episode
he
where
gets
they introduced like all kinds of decoy families,
okay, yeah.
and just like the further and further down the decoy track they went, the worse the
Yeah.
quality. So you had some that were like giant bobbleheads, some that were dolls, some that were wooden, and it's just like more and more terrible decoys. The decoys making decoys and like clones, they would just get worse and worse.
Yeah, I know. And then finally they like killed him. No, they didn't kill him. I think they like made a nest out of him.
Yeah, yeah. And then they ended up
That's
hammering his head to
horrible.
a cross or something.
Oh yeah. Remember, I think he like killed the other wooden family, right? Didn't he?
I don't know if he killed them or if the other Rick and like the families killed off other families, and only he ended up surviving. It's been a
I
while
heard
since
in
I've
the
seen
new
that episode, but that one was just like
yeah.
really confusing. They were trying to create a difference between clones and decoys, even though in a way they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah. I heard in that season there's like a lot of killing. There's tons of killing.
Oh yeah. Well,
Like it's brutal.
I mean, you look at any season really of Rick and Morty, it's like there's just so many people that die along the way.
Yeah, there really is.
So
The Birdman
yeah,
gets killed a lot, and I don't know, just lots of stuff happens. You know the Birdman, right?
yep. Uh,
Yeah.
bird person.
Bird person, my bad. Yeah.
Uh, Gotta say though, still one of my favorite episodes has to be the World Under one, where it's like an Avengers parody and Rick just
Oh
defeats
yeah.
them so easily
Yeah, that
and
was funny.
basically sets up a death trap that kills all the Guardians of the Galaxy. And uh, definitely was a crazy, crazy episode.
Is that the one where they're playing like the basketball or something?
Yep.
Is that
uh,
okay? Yeah.
do some 3 pointers and learn a lesson along the way.
Yeah. The
Uh,
one.
uh, and they
What a good
just
show.
all start tearing each other apart. Just getting more and more, more and more at each other's throats. And I think Star something ended up killing Ant-Man, and that's a really, really dark episode.
Yeah, gruesome. And
Ugh.
then what else? What else happened? Oh yeah. And then you know a show is good if they have the power to bring back a McDonald's sauce.
Yep, the Szechuan sauce.
You
Boy,
know,
did
like that was so
McDonald's
cool.
botch that so much. You got to think whoever is running McDonald's marketing
Mhm.
department just needs to be fired because they're a moron. I mean, you could have brought back the Szechuan sauce and pushed this really big chicken nuggets type campaign, and they
Yeah.
never did. They completely missed out on
Yeah.
all that, and now they're introducing
Didn't they
the
sell?
sorry.
They sold like bottles of it, didn't they? It was like not even just the sauces, it was like actual bottles of the stuff.
I'm not sure. I think that there was some talk of that
Yeah.
because I mean, actually, I'm not sure because the McDonald's sauces usually come in those little plastic containers.
Yeah, they do.
So it's not like Mac sauce or something that they put on the burgers where they would have a separate container. I mean, it would all come in just the little plastic ones. So I don't know.
Okay. I thought
I
I
mean, I do
seen like a
remember.
bottle of it.
I remember seeing pictures of the bottles that you're probably referring to. I just don't
Maybe
know.
somebody yeah. Maybe somebody just took like a bunch of the little sauces and like put it in the bottle and then just like labeled them themselves just to make it
Yeah,
seem like there was.
yeah, it's hard to say because if you really think about it, I mean, it's not like the Szechuan sauce really went on any burgers or anything. It was just kind
Mm-mm.
of an exclusively a nugget sauce, and with that, it's not like they kind of do it in little cups or anything. Like, can I get some extra Szechuan sauce? They would just give you another packet, not like a shot of anything in a cup or whatever.
No. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But between the adult Happy Meals, it's just like, what the hell is going on in McDonald's these days? uh, so
The
anyway, there's our
adult let's
next.
talk about that.
Yeah,
We gotta
there's our
talk
next
about that.
topic about that. So McDonald's has introduced the adult Happy Meals,
Oh
which is
my
just
god.
like your quarter pounder or your Big Mac or something else that you can already buy, except now instead of
Mhm.
coming in the bags or just on a tray, they deliver
Yeah.
it in a box, kind of like how you would get the kids Happy Meal. And it comes with the toy, and the toy is just the creepiest thing. You got your Grimace, Ronald McDonald, and for some reason they have 4 eyes, and I don't get it. They've always had 2 eyes. I don't know where this four-eyed character thing has come from, but now the toys have four eyes, and just like if you were trying to bring back the nostalgia factor, why the McDonald's toys? Like when I was a kid, you would get the toys associated with Disney movies. You would have the Mulan. Even
Mhm.
as I got older, they were selling like Pixar or Disney characters in plastic form. So those
Yeah.
are the toys. It was as far back as I can remember, it was never like, hey, here's the Happy Meal and here's one of our McDonald's characters. No, they always had
Yeah.
associations with kid movies and stuff because that's what kids were watching. There was never like some big push for the McDonald's characters so much. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really don't get it. I don't know what the hell these people are thinking. I don't know why anybody would pay for a McDonald's adult Happy Meal because I mean, it's got to have a little bit more cost than just your regular meal.
Yeah, well, I think it's just that nostalgic factor that
Yep.
people just can't get over. I mean,
Mhm.
a lot of people just don't really want to grow up and they just want to like enjoy. I don't know. I don't know how to really say it, but like they just want that old feel again,
Mhm.
right? I want that good old days
Yeah.
with anything I can. Like even if it's a freaking McDonald's
Mhm.
Happy Meal or
Yeah.
adult meal at this. But it doesn't really make sense with me with the toy part. Like that just doesn't make
No.
much sense. And for it to have a couple eyes, like four eyes, it's almost
Yeah.
alien like. That's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, dude. It rubs me the wrong
Yeah.
way. It's like, what is
Like
this?
the only thing I could think when I saw that was, okay, I know the DC character Raven
Yeah,
would have the four eyes when she went into her demon form. I don't get why the McDonald's toys have four eyes. It doesn't make any sense. And
it's
I mean, it's
creepy.
not like an image that's been distorted or something. Like they take
Oh,
one and the character is moving, so sometimes it looks like two images overlapped because there's multiple pictures of these toys from different angles, all with four eyes. And all right, I admit I've never actually went there to get one of the Happy Meals, so maybe in reality they only have the two eyes, but all the pictures show the characters having four eyes, and it's just weird. It doesn't make any
mhm,
sense.
mhm.
So
You know what?
it's
I
on the
might.
promotional material, so they've
Yeah,
got to have four eyes, I guess, right?
I guess. I don't know. It's weird. It's just very bizarre to me. But anyway, I might get one of these Happy Meals or adult meals just to see what it's like and like just I don't know. Who cares,
Well,
right? But
well,
that toy is just such a strange thing. I might just see what it's all about.
I haven't been to McDonald's in years, and I really don't have any plan to go.
I
Like
love
the food
McDonald's
has taken
nuggets.
such a downturn.
Oh, big time. Yeah, for sure. It's not the same as it used to be.
Yeah.
You know what? Even that KFC is not what it used to be. I'm sorry to say this, but I used to really like KFC.
Well, KFC, I don't. Maybe it's because I buy everything through the app now, so I seem to get much better deals. Maybe
Okay.
that's why I don't mind KFC much because, like, for $15, I can get a good amount of food.
Mhm.
$15 at McDonald's feels like I don't know. It feels like you're not getting anything. It's
You're
fast
getting ripped
food, so the
off.
quality is not great. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like for the same amount that would have to spend at McDonald's to get a decent meal, I could actually go to a restaurant and get something good.
Yeah, you're
Like
right. Like
people
a
went to
pad thai.
McDonald's because it was cheap and it was plentiful, and now it's expensive and they're stingy as hell.
Did you die?
I died.
Okay, I put up a portal. You can
Okay.
probably make your way back there.
Yep. I'm gonna get my
I'm
follower
still
back.
trying to find the exit.
Yeah. Same here. That's what I was looking for,
Man,
and I
where
ran
is
into a
it?
bunch of those foul wing guys, the ones hanging from the
Crap.
ceiling, and they did just enough damage to finish me off.
Dude, we're getting hung up in this stupid place. Like, where's the exit?
I know. They're making it difficult for us. All right, so
It's turning into a freaking maze. I think we've cleared this entire place out, minus what you just got killed
yeah,
by. Maybe it's over there. Here, I'll come and help you.
okay. So I'm trying to find out
You
where I
died over
died.
here.
Did I? Okay.
Follow me. Yeah, this is
Save me.
ridiculous.
The
It's such a
character's
big
running
place.
around almost naked.
Oh crap! No, wrong way. I
Okay.
don't like this place. This has got to be one of the worst zones
Yeah.
in the game. It just all looks the same. It's just a big dumb sewer,
Yeah.
and then you can get like it stinks. It's literally stinky. I don't like
Yeah.
it.
I mean, Diablo 3 did do better in some aspects. It felt like the zones had a more distinctive appearance to them. And yeah, there were some that were a lot more linear and some that were random.
Yep.
They did have a lot more that was just very linear. Okay, I see my body.
I gotta go kill those things for you. Oh,
Thanks, bro.
these things killed you. Okay. I got this.
I just wasn't healing fast enough.
Oh, they're tough, dude.
Yep.
Wow. Holy crap. No wonder you got killed by these.
hmm Also, I kind of just ran in headfirst.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it, buddy.
Are you sure you're playing a paladin and not a barbarian? Where you always run first in and die like a
Dude, you're
meathead?
playing a suicide machine. You're not even playing a character.
Well,
You're
yeah,
like,
my
I don't
playstyle.
love my life.
This is why I will never really enjoy hardcore. Oh, here it is.
Oh, I know. It's the last place and it's the place you died at. It's just crazy, man. I think that was like near the entrance where we first came in. Like, how silly is that?
Yeah, it's always the way.
Hmm. All right. Well, here's our last little piece of crap
All
of
right.
Callum's. I think we've gathered everything except for, the last part of him that we don't want to gather. So let's go make that flail and let's beat
So,
this act.
but we can't make the flail till we get the pieces from the cross council.
No, it's just the flail, right? We already have all the pieces here. We have the eye, we have the brain, and the heart. So all we need is the flail.
Yep. Okay, so this might be a better belt. 7 defense. Maybe not. No, it's not better. Never mind. So these can both get sold, and that ring can go.
Okay, so I'm gonna head back to the lower crest so I can find the next place, the brazier or whatever it's called.
Okay. Lower cross. I thought we already did that. What brazier?
Oh crap. Yeah, we didn't get the waypoint though, so I'll just go grab it real quick.
Well, I think we're not too far from one of the exits that would take us a bit higher. I have the waypoint for the cross bazaar.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh, I'm already here. It's not a big deal. I see you. This place is so damn big. It's just this jungle sucks. I've heard talk like the jungle is the worst one in the
hmm
game. And so
Well,
many
Act
people
3
agree
is
with that.
definitely my least favorite one.
Yeah, Act Two is actually okay. It's tolerable. It's got some interesting like areas. Um, Act Four is pretty decent. Like the Diablo Sanctuary, like
Yep.
his sanctuary itself is like such a beautiful model, and like what they did with the remaster just looks so damn
hmm
nice.
Yeah, the remaster did improve this visually. I mean, it's so weird with Diablo that the first game, I don't know, maybe it was the darkness of the game that made it so that the resolution wasn't as noticeable, but the resolution for the second one, it seemed like it was almost a downgrade.
Yeah, almost. Hey. Like if you press G right now, it'll show you what the piece of crap used to look like.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just do
Ugh.
that for everybody.
Oh god,
Yeah,
that just
this is
looks
what the game
terrible.
used to look like.
It's
Now
so
this is just it's ugly.
it looks
I don't
so
like it.
terrible. It's
But,
just so pixelated.
oh, raunchy.
Yeah.
But back in the day, I guess it was good, right?
Yep. Back in the day.
Well, even back in the day, was it even not that good? I can't remember.
Well, like I said, I mean, it seemed that it took kind of a visual down step. And I mean, for a little while, I think I was preferring Diablo 1 over Diablo 2 just because of the graphics of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the graphics were just a major it made it difficult to play Diablo 2 because they were so bad even for the time.
Yeah, that's so
I
true.
mean, you could kind of even see it in the cinematics where you look at the one where uh Marius is following the Wanderer as he was going to free Bale, and
Mhm.
the faces are just so bad. You can't even really tell what's going on.
Back then, as a kid, while watching those things, I was like amazed, but kind of like I was like thinking, I'm like, I know that I have to make up these faces in my head because they still can't get it right, basically. They
Well, the
just don't have the
cutscenes were
technology.
very cool. It's just graphically they were so bad. I mean, the part where Bale goes and you see the barbarian walk out and Bale's there with his
Oh
huge
yeah,
army, and then the doors close and just the way he looks and just releases that breath like, yeah, I know I'm out.
yeah,
That
for
was just
sure.
awesome.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
he
he
just
gets
does this speech
exploded.
like, all right, here we go. Here's my speech. You shall not pass the gates of Sescheron. And then Bale's like,
And Bale's like, "Yeah,
enough
I'm
of
gonna
your
snap my
rambling.
fingers."
Uh, But good times back then.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that was Blizzard's golden age. And then the cutscenes for Diablo 3, it's just like, not only do they they go the freaking Square Enix route where it's like, hey, let's put in as many cutscenes as possible. They
Yeah.
weren't even that good. It's like the dialogue was just absolutely terrible. It was just
Mhm.
so weird that for some reason they made Diablo female when he took over Leia, and it's just like,
Yeah,
why?
those. Well, I mean, took over a female host, so it kind of makes sense. But like, at the same time, don't give us 3 cutscenes during a battle. Like, I think that's a little excessive.
Yeah, that's the worst. Like you start unleashing your best abilities, and then it's like, okay, they've reached that threshold in their health where you can't do any more damage. And now on top of that, you have to sit there for a little while. And it's just like, just give us one health bar to go through and
Yep.
unleash all these abilities and take them out. If you want to give them
Well,
more health, fine, but don't have their invulnerability points.
yeah. Well, they tried too hard to make it like World of Warcraft, where there's like
Mhm.
different phases, right? Like, I find that so silly. This is an
Yeah.
RPG. It's not World of Warcraft.
Mhm.
It's not an MMO with
Yeah.
like multi phases. You don't need that.
Mhm.
Just play the
Yeah.
game.
Like kill off Diablo, and then if you want to add like a shadow form in another fight, go that way, but
Mhm.
don't be like, okay,
Yep.
for 25%, he's this way, and then he's invincible for 10 seconds, and then do another 25%. Like you said, the phases. Just
Yep.
quit that S out.
You know how many people got so annoyed so quickly at that? It got old quick, Chris.
Yeah.
And that's why no
It's what really
one
turned
played the
me
game
off of
anymore. The only
Diablo 3.
diehard fans were the ones that loved their little seasons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diablo 3 was just so much potential, just all wasted.
Mhm.
All right, so just be careful here.
Let's kill Bale. Or sorry, not Bale. What am I talking about? Mephisto.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris. Let's kill Bale. Yeah.
He's not even supposed to be here today.
What's he doing here, man? Crazy.
God. People still meme that I'm not supposed to be here today thing from Clerks 1. And here we are, I think, over 25 years later, and they're releasing Clerks 3 pretty soon.
Are you serious? Holy
Yep,
crap. That's insane. I don't even think I've seen Clerks 1, to be honest.
really. Huh. Well,
Yeah. What's it
it
about?
was a very very low budget movie, just about a guy that works in the convenience store, and his buddy works at the video store right next to it, and
Yeah.
a lot of random stuff happens during the day. But Clerks 2 was just over the top ridiculous. Uh, a freaking
Wait, is
donkey
that the
show in it.
one? Is that the one where the guy like kills somebody or something?
Uh no, I don't think so. There is a funeral in it, but no, there's no actual killing.
Okay.
Just really
You
embarrassing
may be wrong
behavior at the
though.
funeral.
Oh yeah, okay.
Guys are brutal.
Yeah, these guys don't want to die. Like I'm killing some rare mob right now, and he's just so tanky.
Like I'm doing
Oh
quite a
my
bit of
god, I almost
damage,
died.
but I have this zealot following me all over the place.
Yeah, you got to kill the healer ones. Like they're Hierophant, or I don't know how to say that name, but
Yep, I know which one you're talking about. It's confusing name.
super is irritating. To try to say that name. Hey, there's an Ort rune, Chris.
Yep, and there's the flail.
Hey, grab your flail real quick, and then let's piece our thing together, and then get into Mephisto's lair, the
Sure.
Durance of Hate.
Yeah, look how much damage I'm doing to these guys. It's
Dude,
insane.
I'm telling you, your character is so strong and you always hit too.
Yep.
It's not based off of like hit chance.
Mm,
It doesn't matter. You'll just go right through them.
yep.
What a juicy build you're playing there.
And it has the like it pierces right through them to anything around
It
it as well.
does. It's so damn good. I'm glad you're on my side. I'd be dead by now.
Oh, well, not
Through
really.
the
I mean,
power of love.
you're not a demon or undead.
Well, I mean, because of the zombie head, I think my privates would have got shot off a long time ago.
Ugh. Just cutting off body parts, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so the compelling orb is broken, and this thing should be opening. Yep, there we go.
Oh, good. Okay.
Hey.
You did that, hey?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So now to use up. I only have one skill point. I could get holy. No, I can't get holy shock yet. That takes a couple. So let's put another point into holy bolts. 134 to 149 now. Okay. Right. TP's
All
up.
right, I'm ready to kill Mephisto. Let's do this. Hopefully, we get a really sick drop from him. How
Mm,
good would that be?
I could use some better rings or amulets. I think I
Yeah,
still have some
he's not
stuff
really
from
an
Act 1.
he's not an amulet guy. Hey, he's more of like an armor dude.
Well, is he, or is that just like for the end? Because I think that
No,
their
it's
loot tables are definitely different in normal and nightmare.
oh, they really are, yeah. But like they stay pretty consistent. Like, and Dario, the first boss, that's the jewelry boss. That's what people call him.
Okay. Boy, that meteor is brutal.
You ever drink cold tea?
Of course, it eventually gets cold anyway, and like I still have the tea that I made right before we started recording this video, so it's cold now.
I still do too. That's what I've been drinking the whole time. My jasmine tea.
Like, occasionally, there's
Wow.
times that I make the tea, and it's when you haven't had tea for a while that it's so good, even when it's piping hot, you finish it off in like 2 minutes. And then there's other times where you make a tea and it lasts, I think we're well over an hour now.
You
Uh,
ever make a tea and just accidentally forget about it? You're like, oh, oops, I
yep.
just forgot about that tea. Yeah,
Well,
it happens. It happens to me a lot.
there's time like a lot of times when I make tea, I put it in the teapot, and there's times I forget, and then you just reheat it on the stove, not the microwave, because that tastes terrible. But
Yep.
and it tastes just as good. It seems to get stronger the more it sits.
Like,
Like
it does, yeah, because of the tea bag.
even if the tea bags aren't in there, like if you just pour only the tea liquid into the pot and then kind of let it boil, it seems to get a lot stronger, even though the tea bags are still in the pot and it's just the liquid. I don't know why.
You'd say so. Hmm.
No, it does.
It actually does. Like,
Yeah,
I've never noticed that. No. Oh, okay, Chris. I have a perfect explanation to that. Ready?
the
So
water evaporating.
when liquid, that's exactly it. Yeah, the water
That could be
evaporates.
it.
I think it is. It has to be. It's whenever you make a sauce, right, with like your
Yeah,
pan and
you
you
have to
render
boil it
it
down,
down.
render it down.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
right one.
it is. Yeah, I think that's exactly the explanation behind it.
Okay. Well, it is a good explanation, and it does make sense.
Oh, it
Okay,
really
so the
does.
waypoint is on this level, so we have to find the waypoint and then run.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll tank them. I'll tank them. Go for it. Go for it. Dude, these guys are insane. Holy crap. Now this dungeon's getting kind of scary here.
But I like the fact that everything here is demons and undead.
Yeah, you're melting these guys. Ring mail.
Okay,
Wonder what that is.
I
I'm
don't have.
impressed by your character, just
Mhm.
the amount of damage you do.
Well, it's definitely a bit of a trade-off. I mean, so often
Mhm.
I have to switch to very low damage attacks, but for areas like this where I can use Holy Bolt, it's awesome.
You absolutely smash this area.
But I think I just killed 3 of those little Stygians in one hit.
That's amazing. What a good build. Oh, I found Durance 3, but let's definitely get the
Yeah.
waypoint first.
Okay. I'm gonna set a town
Because
portal here.
sure. Yeah, you head right in, and then I'll find it for you.
Well, I'll just come with you
Only
because
really,
I'm gonna do quite a bit of
only one
damage
of
here.
us really needs it.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, you're right. But what am I gonna do down there? Yeah, I'll kind of clear stuff out then.
Oh
All right,
yeah,
you get
go
your way.
kill that.
You get
You'll
the
nuke
waypoint, and
everything.
I'll follow through here.
Yep, no problem.
I'm pretty beastly against these guys.
More than beastly, like your character's out of control.
Yep. And I like the fact that all the bosses are demons, so you guys are toast.
I had a feeling your character would shine really good in this place.
Hmm. Yeah, they are melting pretty quick. God,
I hate
that
it when the
Slugfist is
waypoint
going
is
down.
so damn far away.
Mm. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why the sorcerer that could teleport was such a vital part of the game. And
Yeah,
that's another thing for Diablo 3 they really kind of botched. Like, you want a sorcerer that can teleport all around and do the speed runs, but in Diablo 3 there are no real speed runs.
mm-mm.
Like, you can do the rifts quickly, but I mean, it's not like you can teleport to a boss. You basically have to kill so many enemies to get the rift boss to appear. So teleporting just, it's a skill that they kind of copied over, but it didn't feel necessary to the game.
Here, give me a TP.
Okay.
I found the waypoint, by the way. It was right beside where we came out of the Durance 2 or Durance 1, sorry. Like just
Figures.
annoying. Just kind of like that sewer thing, just irritating.
Yep. But we're almost done Act 3. So in this
Mhm.
one, we started right from the beginning. We
Yeah.
at least skipped the sewers in Act 2. So
Yeah.
this one, I think because we had to do so much running around, it's going to be just as long.
Oh, big time.
Okay.
Come on, Mephisto, give me my juicy drops. Okay, I'm tanking them for you. Can you try to
Okay.
hit it so like you'll hit me with the spell? Oh my god. Oh my
Stop
god.
moving.
Oh, he hits so hard. Okay, I'm going in. Ready?
Yep,
Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Yeah,
I am.
keep me up.
Oh, he keeps moving on you.
I know. I know. Oh, dude, he
Yeah.
stuns pretty bad too. Oh, jeez, man.
Well, I'm doing as much damage as I can, and I think that helped. That I'm
Holy,
keeping you pretty much alive.
dude, he's a monster. He will bang you out in 2 hits.
There we go. He's down. He wasn't
Oh,
so tough. Primeval.
no, he wasn't. Okay.
Okay.
Got some new armor
Nice.
too.
And up here should be
Oh,
quite a bit
cool.
of gold line. Oh, shoot. There's enemies up here now.
Okay.
So a few locked chests, but I have plenty of keys. Yeah, it feels like Diablo 3, there was not a lot of prepping to do for anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas this game, they kind of go all out with it.
They really do. Like, how fun was that boss fight? Right to the point and like loot pinata kind of thing, right? That's the way it should be. Except
Okay,
we kind of got
so
shafted on the
Act 4.
drops.
Well, I mean, we got a couple pretty good items.
Decent, not bad.
Right. I'm going to skip the cutscene because we don't need the
Okay.
cutscenes.
No, no, no.
So we are now
All right,
on
Chris.
Act 4.
Chris, I think we'll end it there tonight. All right. So we made some really good progress. We got some new gear. We're level 23. Chris is level 23. So we're right on par for Diablo Sanctuary. I guess we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Okay, bye.